Welcome! Let's woo some ladies. What? Oh, they're the waifus. Waifus. I'm official weeb once I've started playing this. I don't know. It's just awful. Do none of the words apply to Monica? Strange. Unstable. Anxiety. Bottled. Fantasy. I don't know what this is going to change, to be honest. Jawn! Seeing Sayuri every morning used to be annoying, but now I've gotten used to it. It's almost like it's not really morning without her. Good morning. So what? Are you excited for today? What do you mean? You know, it's today. Nothing special is happening today, Sayuri. I don't know what you're talking about. Something is... What? I guess you'll just have to wait and see. I hate it when she's the one who's teasing me. But that's probably good, especially after last weekend. We arrive at school and part ways. Oh, the green eyes! Okay. Welcome back, Jawn. Today is the big, well, second day. Huh? Today we're going to find out who is going to join the club. Oh, right. I'm still not super stoked on the idea of having new club members. No, because there could be potential challenge, potential competition. They take away your girls. It's true. Some other dudes might have the same idea. But the look of pure joy on Monica's face when she talks about it makes it seem like it can't be that bad. I'll wait to start the meeting until a new few people show up. I don't want them to feel excluded because we started without them. Yeah, fair point. Good idea. 10 minutes pass and there's still no one in the club except for me and the other girls. Monica seems like she's starting to freak out a little bit, although I'm not exactly sure why. I talked to so many people at the festival and they all seemed really interested in the club. Maybe they were all just faking it. Maybe no one really cared about the club. Maybe they just wanted to be nice to me. Oh dear. Monica looks down, disappointment consuming her expression. Don't talk like that, Monica. It's odd to see Monica and Sayuri switch places like this. I personally think the club is fine the way it is. We don't need anyone else. I agree with Natsuki. I'd like it being just us. Sayuri shoots me a worried glance. She looks like she's about to say something when Monica interrupts her. I know, and I love the club the way it is. Monica sighs audibly. I just thought it'd be nice to have some new members. A few new faces with fresh poem ideas. But I guess that doesn't matter because we aren't going to get any. Monica, I'm sure people want to join the club. Maybe they just didn't realise there was a meeting today. I made it awfully clear when the next meeting was during the festival. I can see tears start to well up at the corner of Monica's eyes. Oh, that's really sad. The club really means a lot to her, doesn't it? Yeah. It's fine, guys, really. I've accepted that. It just wasn't meant to... Monica is interrupted by the door opening. All of us stop dead still. After what feels like an eternity of suspense, the stranger walks in. Whoa. This is going to be good. Of course it would be another guy. I've seen this guy before, though, and I don't know where. Okay. Hi, I'm... Wallace! Monica bounces over to us in excitement. Her sadness from a second ago is instantly washing away. She throws her arms around him in an embrace. I was hoping you'd come. I was starting to become afraid that you'd just say yes to get me off your back. Well, I made you a promise, and I'd never let you down, Monica. Monica stares at him with a loving gaze. I'm so glad you decided to come after all. Have you met the other club members? Monica gestures towards us. I think so. Natsuki, Natsuki, Sayuri, and... He hesitates for a moment, staring at me with a look of slight embarrassment. Jawn. extend my hand to him and he shakes it in return. We all stand there for a second in silence, adjusting to each other's presences. Did you remember to write a poem? If you didn't, that's fine. I just... Yeah, I whipped something up last night. That's great. I'd feel bad if you had to sit back and watch us have all the fun. Well then, you know what time it is. Okay, everyone. Let's show Wallace what our club is all about. Something don't feel right, man. Let's start with Wallace. I should start with the new guy. I'm interested to see what kind of person. But yeah, let's assess what we're up against. If he's after my Yuri, I guess it's good. Generous with the compliments today, aren't we, Wallace? What do you mean, you guess is good? Whoa. 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 Let's just take it easy. Just what? Say it. I feel a small fire starting to burn inside me. It makes no sense. It is literally just a bunch of random words written on a page. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Woof. What? It's like you just wrote the edgiest stuff. Okay. Quick interjection because I'm just re-watching this and I'm re-editing it, and also, sorry, there's no face cam because I deleted it because I'm dumb. This guy. Oh my goodness, he is getting me mad. And he's getting me mad. Every time you hear me go quiet, I want you to imagine me doing this. That sort of thing. Seething. It's like he just wrote the edgiest set of words you think you could think of. Who does this guy think he is? That's exactly what I thought as soon as he walked in. Joining the club randomly, then accusing me of writing bad poetry. Well, let me see what you wrote then. Be my guest. I wake up from an eternal... You can read that, I'm not going to read this out. Is there a hidden meaning to this? This sounds like sort of him coming to the club. It sounds like an expression. I would say he's quite nervous, but I don't know. I'm sorry, dude. It's nothing personal. I just don't like the poem. Well, it's how I write, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. Where'd you learn it from? Huh? Your style? I don't know, it just came naturally before joining the club. I hadn't written any poetry before, so it's still not fully developed or anything. Wait, if you didn't write poetry, then... Hey, don't suss me out, man. Wait, if you didn't write poetry, then why did you join this club? Wallace glances behind himself casually, looking towards where the other club members are standing before turning back to me. His face is bright with a cheeky expression that transforms into a knowing stare. Actually, what? I can feel my face begin to get hot again. What were you going to say? Nothing. Never mind. Maybe just try to write something more straightforward next time. This guy makes Natsuki look like a queen. Okay? Just saying. What time are we on? We're okay. That really irritated me. I need to go to Sayuri now. It's good. Really? You don't seem convinced. I'm not really into the theme, but the writing's good. Thanks. I understand. The style isn't really for everyone. But I can see why someone else might like it. Anyways, are you ready to read mine? Of course. Broken flowers. Solemn. Solemn indeed. After what happened over the weekend, I realised all the subtle depressing messages that had been in her poems the entire time. But this one isn't trying to hide it. Jawn, did you like it? The sound of her voice pulls me away from my thoughts. It was really good. I stopped myself. It's probably best not to press her about her feelings right now. I thought it was interesting how you use flowers. What kind of analysis was that? Oh, it's depressing, isn't it? No, it's fine. If that's what you feel, let it out in your poetry. It's better for Sayuri to get her feelings out in her poetry rather than let them control her life. Screenshot. Thanks, Jawn. Thanks for sharing. Well, honestly, none of these, there's no way. I'm sure Natsuki's isn't going to be as bad as Wallace's. It's fine. Fine. You're certainly getting better, but don't expect me to shower you with compliments just because you're improving. I guess I'll have to really earn it then. You could try. Anyways, here's mine. There's a nice rhythm to it. I look over the poem and notice Natsuki's signature cute and sing simple style. This is good. I like how it's cute. My style isn't cute! Haven't we been over this? I wasn't finished. What I was going to say is cute and simple. Every line is so purposeful and the rhyming and rhythm are perfect together. Natsuki starts to blush. I'm just not quite sure if it has a deeper message that I'm not getting. Like I'm going to tell you. Well, either way, it was still good. Thanks, I guess. That Wallace guy. Monica, we'll leave Yuri to last. This is really good. It caught me a little by surprise. Is that a good thing? Of course, assuming you do it right. It was just a little different than from the one you wrote for the festival. A wave of embarrassment washes over me. This one was really unique and I could tell you put a lot of thought into it. It really wasn't that innovative. Jawn, don't be afraid to give yourself some credit. You've improved a lot since you first joined the club. I think you're due for a little praise. Would you like to read my poem now? Of course. Ooh. They see the beauty in the incomplete and... Damn. That makes me feel pretty incomplete. That was great. I thought it was really interesting that you decided to describe poetry in a poem. It's really meta, but it works. Oh yeah. You understood the ending, right? Yeah. Maybe I should make it a bit more straightforward. No, it's fine. In fact, I don't like straightforward. If someone doesn't understand your poem, you shouldn't have to change it so they can. You almost always lose a part of it in the process. Well, I'm glad we're in agreement. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. A common problem people face when writing is figuring out what to write about. It's almost always hard to start if an idea isn't readily trying to burst out of your head. They start to worry about the details and want to make sure that it's going to be perfect before starting. But you need to buckle down and start writing whatever feels right. Even if it's not that good, it's always nice to have a place to start. Otherwise you could sit there for hours getting nothing done. And anyways, that's why we have erasers. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yuri. Jawn, you always shatter my expectations. You've really shown me your ability to create a vivid picture in your reader's mind. Thank you, but I don't think I'm good enough to do that. But Jawn, I'm a living example of someone who's been touched by your work. Plus, even if you're not at a level you're satisfied with, your skill has improved astronomically within a short period. Well, I do have someone to look up to. Yuri blushes. I'm sorry if that made you uncomfortable. No, I'm fine. Honestly, it's nice to finally have someone care about what I'm trying to do. No matter what, I'll always care. Thank you, Jawn. Would you like to see my poem? Of course. Fairy tale. This sounds like it's about Wallace, and it sounds like she's got an interest in him. Look, the stranger's words are tempting the tell of another path. Who's the stranger? Wallace, he just came in. The girl is blind, willfully follows. Turn away from what was taught. Not checking the weight of his words, a hungry wolf sees her leave safety. The end is never reached. Does he talk about the end of me and Yuri? Because she goes with this hungry wolf, which is actually Wallace. He's gonna take Yuri away. I hope not. Normally it's pretty easy to read and understand the poems, but Yuri's poems always force me to look extra carefully for each detail in order to get the full scope of the poem. You did a really good job putting the vivid image in my head. Not only were you able to transport me to these places, but you also made me feel the impact of the characters' choices. Thank you, Jawn. I love it when an author is able to transport you to a new place or make you feel emotion. It means a lot to me for you to say that I can do that. You're welcome. Well, thank you for sharing, Jawn. You too, Yuri. It's a bit plain, isn't it? A bit plain. I was really impressed with everyone's poem today. Especially yours, Wallace. You have a pretty natural talent for poetry. That about wraps up all the time we have this meeting. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you with fresh poems tomorrow. After saying goodbye to everyone and exchanging suspicious stares with Wallace, I'll leave the club room with Sayuri. We're almost home when Sayuri finally pipes up and asks the question I was afraid she was going to ask. I see where this is going. So, what do you think of Wallace? He's fine. It must be nice to have another guy in the club. You could say that. Well, Monika's really happy that he's here, so it's good that you two are getting along. Well, this is my stop. I'll see you tomorrow, Jawn. Bye, Sayuri. Hopefully me and Wallace can find some way to get along. Just because he's another guy doesn't mean we have to compete with each other. There's plenty of girls to go around. You got a one-track brain, you know that? That's write a poem for tomorrow. Imagine if Wallace appeared. I really don't like that guy, man. He's And that really got to me. Let's carry on. Oh. Oh no, some are going to Monika. That's weird. Huh. Vertigo. Infallible. That was a mixed one, wasn't it? Jawn! Hey Sayuri, nice to see you here on time. I say this in a teasing way, but after this weekend, it really is good to see her waking up on time by herself. Of course, silly, I can't be late to school anymore. That's the spirit. Sayuri and I walked to school together, talking all the way. Same. Oh. Sorry. The day flies by as I spend most of my time anticipating the club meeting. It's weird, but having Wallace here really fires me up, and not necessarily in a bad way. It's like a little extra push for me to try and write better poetry. Before long, I'm already standing outside the club room after school. As I walk in, Monica and Wallace are in the middle of a conversation. I did what you asked. I know, and I'm grateful, but we're not done yet. Wallace sighs. I just wish... Monica turns towards me. Hi, Jawn, welcome back. Of course, you know I would never miss this club. Haha, you're always dependable, Jawn, aren't you? What do you mean dependable? He's 5 minutes late. I checked my watch, I guess I was late. Whoops. That's Natsuki, don't be rude. Besides, this is the first day that you've been here on time, Natsuki. I know, I just... Don't worry, I was the one who held up the club anyway. Don't worry about it, Jawn. We actually have a few minutes before we need to start with poems. The group dissolves, everyone going off to do different activities. Oh, if he ruins this, I'm gonna... Well, in that case, do you want to continue reading today, Yuri? Of course, Jawn. This is gonna be horrible. I know exactly what's going to happen. He's gonna take her away. He's gonna take her away. Oh yeah. Sorry, Jawn, but Wallace and I were going to start reading a new book today. Wallace flashes me an innocent yet snarky smile as he walks away with Yuri. Yuri glances back at me with a remorseful expression on her face. I can't just let Wallace push her around like that, but there's nothing I can do. It's true, it's her choice. Her choice. So instead of spending extra time with the girl I like, I put my head down in my desk and wait until the club starts reading poems. Okay, everyone. Monica's voice jolts me out of my trance. It's time to share our poems. I get up and walk over to where the others are standing. Time to see what's in store for today. Let's get this over with. What time are we on? We're okay. How do I put this? What? I can feel the rage begin to bubble up inside me again. It's pretty much the same poem as yesterday. Are you serious? My poem is... Wallace interrupts me. Look, maybe you should just read mine first. He extends his hand, which is holding a neat looking piece of paper. I snatch it out of his grasp. Oh, please don't do this to me. I know exactly what this is. I've seen this happen before, you know what I'm saying? It's about Yuri. It's about Yuri, isn't it? It's about Yuri not noticing him. He's trying to work his way in. Do I carry on? I don't know. Do I carry on with Yuri's or do I... I better split. Like, you know, I better split who the poem is going for. I don't think I should keep going for Yuri. To be honest, I think the outcome is probably similar. I don't know. I really don't know. What did you think? I still don't get what's wrong with my poem. It's literally almost the same thing as what you wrote yesterday. This time you just put some different words. It's almost like you have some set bank of them that you choose from. Dude, can you not? Pretty big words coming from you. I know what you're doing here, okay? I'm not stupid. What? I see right through you, Jawn. I know what's going on. What's going on, then? I'm not gonna lie, this is the protagonist in a nutshell. It is. You're a teenage boy who's terrible at writing and has no interest in anything besides anime, and yet you choose to join a literature club that is just so happens to be full of attractive girls. How did you know I was into anime? Who do you think you're fooling? Excuse me? It's pretty obvious you're here because you have a crush on Yuri. Isn't she a little shy for you? Wallace glances over at Yuri, who's standing near the window talking to Monica. I can see what you like about her, though. What the hell does this guy know about Yuri and my relationship? Her timid yet loving personality and how she always wants to spend time with you. And how even the little things you do, like reading a book together, just make all the difference to her. You don't know anything about me. I'm flustered as I try to come up with a good comeback. Why did you join the club then? Oh, because Monica asked me to and I promised her I would. And I never break a promise. What, now you have nothing to say? You're actually so fake, John. I know the poem that you read at the festival wasn't even your own. I've heard it before. Who is this guy? Is this really happening right now? It feels so much like a bad dream. I wish it was a bad dream. Look, if you're going to pursue it... Adversary! Satan! If you're not going to pursue Yuri, then maybe I will. You don't seem like her type anyway. Yeah! I was gonna say, neither do you! I can be whatever I want. Ooh. I think there's something more sinister going on here. Wallace's face twisted into a wicked smile. And I can be whatever Yuri needs me to be. I promise. I grab Wallace by the shoulders. Stay away from Yuri. I said that a little too loudly and the rest of the club turns to look at us. Ground yourself. Wait, what time are we on? Oh, sorry, yeah, but we're okay. Yeah, ground yourself. Is everything okay here, Wallace, Jawn? Everything's fine. Take my hands off Wallace's shoulders, returning them to my sides. Wallace glares at me before speaking. Yes, everything is fine. Alright then. Monica looks between me and Wallace, able to tell things aren't fine. How about we share with someone else? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. This hurts. This hurts. Like a sting. Monica. Wow, this is really good. When you first joined the club, I was concerned that you would have trouble finding your style. But you developed it well, and it really shows in your poem. Thanks, but it still needs a lot of refining before it could be half as good as yours. Of course, but everyone's style is a work in progress. If you just keep on writing, then you'll eventually be as good, if not better, than me. Although you might not realise it, your brain creates patterns every time you write a new poem, and every time you write the pattern becomes more refined. So just keep it up. I guess that was my writing tip for the day. Haha! Would you like to read mine now? Interesting, still existential. Wow, that was really good. I liked how you told a story with such passion in it. It really makes the poem come to life. Yeah, just describing something in a few different ways can make it feel much more alive. Wow, I never even thought of doing that. I wish I could write like that, but I just can't compete with you. Don't be silly, Jawn. As I said before, if you practice enough, you can become as good as me. Well, thanks for the confidence boost. Anytime. Anyways, thanks for sharing. You too. Sorry about that. Cut off. Anyway, folks, I'm gonna end it here. We're gonna carry on, but you know, Wallace. That guy, man, he's gonna be a problem. I know what's gonna happen, and it's gonna feel awful. See you later.